Hello, everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Let's Dig Deep. Our topic for today will be passion, and we will start with Colossians 1, chapter 1, verse 27, and it reads, "To them God has chosen to make known among the Gentiles the glorious riches of this mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory." Also, in Romans, the 11th chapter, verse 29 says, "For God's gifts and his call are irre irrevocable," meaning that he would never take them away. Once he's giving you those gifts, he would never take them away. Um, so since our topic is passion, what do you believe? First, introduce yourself. I have my guest on here. His name is Anthony. He is my brother. And he's going to tell you what he thinks passion means to him.
All right. All right. So, yeah, like she said, my name is Anthony Boyd. I'm her brother. She's my big sister. But to answer the question about passions, for me, is anything that you fully believe in your heart, as far as it's more than something that you like to do. It's something that you feel it in your heart that you need to do, and God's puts it in your heart to actually do it. For me, my passions right now is to travel and also just give people information. And I do that already right now. As far as traveling, I'm just starting, and that's what my YouTube is basically going to be about: is travel, and also letting the world know about certain information that some may not know and some may not know, but just to put it out there, basically.
Yes. Can you tell them, because you have many gifts, he also knows how to edit videos. That's another one of his talents. He used to rap, so he could use some of his rapping into, spreading the message of what's going on in the world if he wanted to. It's totally up to him. But how do you feel that people should? I feel that passion is exactly what you said. People are supposed to. It's already in you. God put it in you. He created you for this particular purpose, and I feel like if you have that connection with God and you can hear what He is telling you to do, He will lead you and guide you to your purpose. He never will take your purpose away. It's either you can go and do what He has you to do, or it's all up to you. He gives you that free will, but it's in you. He created everybody for a purpose. Um, how do you? What advice would you give someone that is confused on their passion? Could you give them some ways that they can figure out what their actual passion from God is?
Tips, basically, I noticed that a lot of people are like, first thing is kind of afraid to step out there. So first thing I would say is don't be afraid to do what you're passionate about. I know some people think that, there's a lot of conversations and some people might not agree with you stepping out to do your passions, but I would say don't let that get in the way. Be confident. That's one of the biggest things that you can do. And that's the first thing that I was confident of stepping stepping out there and actually going for my passions, which everybody does have that uncertainty about it. But number one, confidence. Number two, consistency, I would say. Because once you do it on a consistent basis, it kind of becomes a routine. And once you get a routine going, then it's, you'll be on that consistent basis of consistent anything that you're going for on a consistent basis, and it will continue and continue and continue to go. And don't worry about the little goals, set out for little goals at first, and tackle those little goals at first. And then after that, you can plan on bigger goals. But my first two things on that is being confident and getting out there and being consistent and continue to be consistent so you can grow whatever your passions are.
I think that is so very true. I myself was very scared. God has been pushing me to do this for the longest, and I've done it over the years, but never to this extreme. And as you said, you have to continue with consistency. You can't start something and then stop. You have to keep it moving. No matter what comes your way, no matter what obstacles, you have to persevere through those obstacles because you know that this is what you want to do. Just like you will go to your job because you know you have to be at that job to get paid. That's how you should be with your passion. You should be so passionate about what God has placed on your heart to do that you wake up wanting to do it, that you just breathe it, that, no matter what comes your way, it's not going to stop you from becoming who you're destined to be. I feel
Right.
that a lot of people do get scared. I'm scared right now to be in front of the camera, but I'm doing it because I know that God will give me the confidence to do it. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, what made you start YouTubing and traveling and just going for your passion?
Well, it started out kind of like just, well, first was going to get, because I'm on a fitness journey too. So we started out going to parks and different things like that. So when I seen going to different trails in Knoxville, I was like, it would be amazing just to go into the mountains and do it. Even though I didn't do it yet, but I was like, that's something that I'm passionate about. I love nature. I love being in nature. It gives me peace. It gives me happiness. My family enjoys it as well. Everything that happened up to this point seemed like it was made for me to do it. At first, we was like, we was going by ourselves, and we didn't have, for Jaden, he's only 2 years old. And when we first started, he was just 1. So we was like, well, he can't walk it with us. So it was kind of setback on that a little bit. But one good thing is we found a carrying thing for him to go with us. And that kind of pushed me even more. I'm like, well, hey, ain't nothing stopping me now. Our whole family can go ahead and do it. And once we got that and found that, it was off to the races. We've been to maybe about 15 trails, and we continue to do it throughout the Smoky Mountains. Our first one, it was kind of a little scary on the first one because the first ever one we went to, I seen a bear and it was walking across the trail. And it was about 10, 15 feet away from us. But at that time, it was like it seen us coming up towards the trail where it was going, but it continued walking. So after a while, it kind of we was worried, but we ended up still being able to hike. So I'm not gonna say that it's not scary or you won't see any animals or anything like that. But once you get to the destination at the end of the trail, it's always amazing. It's always worth it. If you could go to my channel and just see those waterfalls that I post up, it's like amazing in person. I mean, it looks good on video, but it's amazing in person. And that's why I wanted to encourage people to go out, and if you are interested, if that's your passions, to go ahead and go out and do it. Don't be afraid of birds, because we don't see them all the time. Even though we seen it that first time, we don't see that very often. So I want to let people know, don't be afraid to go out and do it, because once you do it, if that's your passions, you'll love it. I promise you will.
Well, I completely agree with what you said. Just with you overcoming the barrier, I would have ran or, got somewhere. But with the barrier situation. But as far as destiny and your passion, I feel that, like you said, it's so beautiful. It's so worth it once you go towards your destination, what God has you to be. It's so amazing. It's like, wow, I overcame all of this, and look how beautiful it is. Like, wow, this is what God had for me at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the trail. It's like, wow, God is so amazing. Like, I just had to go through, that obstacle, that big barrier, just to get to that beautiful destination. And like he said, don't be scared. I mean, you're gonna initially be scared, like he said he was, but just keep going, keep pushing, knowing that if God told you, this is what you're called to do, then He will lead you and guide you through it to reach the destination that He has you to go to. Can you tell them how they can
Yeah.
um, get your information, your YouTube? Oh, you also have, tell them about your businesses, and what else? Oh, and I don't know if with your video editing as well. You let everybody know about all the different types of businesses you have going on right now.
Okay. Well, I do. If you want to follow my YouTube channel, it's at capital A, capital B space 1000. That is my channel. So if you would like to subscribe to that channel, you can. Also have a Facebook business. It's called AB. If you look that up, you can also find me on Facebook. Yeah, I do have things that I'm doing. Like she said, I have editing. I also do editing videos. And, if you're trying to get into YouTube videos, intros, anything like that, I do those. I also have another channel that's coming up that's going to be just reactions and music. Like she said, I did do music before, but that channel will also be coming up soon. Once I get that all set up, and I'll do reactions and music on that channel. And then eventually, once I get all my set up for my truck that's in the shop right now, I'll be cutting grass. So I do have my business license in lawn mowing. So I'm a jack of all trades basically, but all my socials are either AB1000, AB, or ABC 1000 Snapchat. Um, Anthony B _ 1000 on Instagram. If you want to follow me there, I also upload videos and pictures on there of our adventures and my family. Yeah, for right now, I'm really trying to step into my passions. So I'm just starting. But if you would like to get in touch, then you can get in touch with any social media based there.
All right. Well, I thank you again, Anthony. This was so great. Did you have any last remarks you would like to leave someone that is trying to follow their passion or?
Last remarks on following your passions. Like I said before, please don't be afraid of following your passions. Um, like there's so much joy in following your passions. Once you reach your first few goals, it'll make you want to continue to go and move forward. So please don't be afraid of that. Like I said, before we go, I want to say it's amazing what you're doing right now with your YouTube. Continue to pray for success and continue for you to keep going and going as you go into your passions. Um, this basically is a motivation for me too, as far as you doing it too, to keep me to keep going. So I want all others that are doing their passions, have businesses, and or keep going. You can follow me, I can follow you. We can all motivate each other, and let's continue to follow our passions. That's the biggest thing. That's all I want to let you all know.
Yes, and my brother will be in our year-end magazine with his multiple businesses coming soon. It'll probably be in December, but be on the lookout for that. It'll have all his information, everything to get in touch with him, and he will be featured in our December Destin magazine. All right. Thank you again, Anthony. And that's it for Let's Dig Deep, getting into the real thing.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.